Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.
All right, Susan, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome aboard. It's the Borders and Borders Hotline, 412-575-2600 on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Never a shortage of things to talk about, and we sure going to get a lot of passionate calls here tonight, as we should, after what's been happening with the Steelers today. Mike Tomlin, much anticipated news conference. Not much was revealed. Changes apparently are coming, and whether or not they include Antonio Brown, you get the feeling we're nearing that point. As amazing as that sounds for a guy who consistently is one of the best, if not the best, receivers in the game. Welcome to the Sports Call. Bob Pompeani, flanked by Gene Collier of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Gene, your make on all of this. Antonio Brown just disrespects authority all the way through. Has Drew Rosenhaus called Mike Tomlin, not him, on game day, say, hey, my client's ready to go. Tomlin did the right thing and said, we don't do business that way. What's your take on where this is headed?
Bob, I have no idea. The only thing the Steelers have going for them here is they do not have to do anything overnight. I mean, these decisions can be delayed weeks or even a month or more. You know, if I were them, I would just wait to hear from AB, see what he has to say for himself. I can't even imagine what a defense of what he did over the weekend would look like. But he's too valuable to say just, well, you got to get rid of him. If it were me, I would get rid of him, but I have no stake in it. I don't care whether the Steelers win or lose. That's the kind of player, you know, I think you shouldn't go forward with. But they have a lot more riding on it. They have a lot invested in him. If they subtract him, you know, you're looking at a different kind of team. So I think these are, you know, for them, really serious matters, and they should take their time figuring it out. Is
this relationship damaged beyond repair? Because I think that's the question we have to come down to at this point. Mike Tomlin may have had enough, and he's tried to give him every bit of leeway he can. He tries to treat them as men, and then you get burned because you're not dealing with someone who's acting like a man. He's acting more like a petulant child at times. So how far this can go on, and has it become a point of no return in your view?
Yeah, no, it has not in my view. But I mean, as I said, I would get rid of him. But the Steelers have a lot invested in Antonio Brown. He's, you know, you could argue that he's their best receiver ever. You saw what difference it made when he did not play. They nearly lost that game to the Bengals, the worst defensive team in the league. So these are things that all have to be weighed. I mean, if I were the Steelers, I would get those guys together, Ben, AB, you know, figure out whether they can work together, figure out whether Ben and Mike Tomlin can work with Antonio Brown, figure those things out, and try to be calm about it and make a good decision.
Mike Tomlin did not specify any other changes at this point specifically, right, but he said there would be. Gene, I suspect some coaches will be discarded at this point, right? Because something has to change, and so what's your best guess is what you think would happen there?
Well, I mean, they'd be strictly guesses, but Danny Smith, Keith Butler, I mean, anybody else would guess.
All right, so we're here to take your calls about this. It's 412-575-2600. Also tonight, the Penguins won their 7th game in a row. Yeah. Gene, it's now in January, so I know your care meter has gone up. You're paying attention to the Penguins. And they win, and they drive Henrik Lundqvist out of the net again. This is 6th time in 13 games this has happened. They have his number. He stopped only 12 shots on 18. The Penguins fired at him. Crosby, 2 more points. I mean, so many guys are stepping up. It's really interesting to watch how good they've become.
Yeah, I mean, everyone they put on Crosby's line seems to, you know, click with him. And that's not as easy as it sounds. I thought they played really well again tonight. I think Matt Murray's just been terrific since he's come back. 7 in a row. I mean, you know, this too will change. They'll lose 7 in a row at some point before we get to the playoffs, which starts in just 18 months.
Well, with goaltending being what it is, I don't see them losing 7 in a row. They got great performances. Not 7 in a row, not with this team.
All right,
we'll see. 412-575-2600. Let us know what you think. West Virginia also played tonight, and they lost. Bob Huggins couldn't believe what he was watching in the first half. His team missed 8 foul shots in a row at one point. They went on a 19-1 deficit run. Texas Tech took over. West Virginia came back at the end, but it was too little too late, and they lose. Talk all about that and more right here. It's the Sports Call. Your turn to talk is next right here live on Pittsburgh CW.